alongside the 30, Cons.
Tash.
CVG.
What's happening, guys? Everyone all right?
Good, you good.
Ash. You two could be the same, but to Ash. I like that, giving it a little reverb and shit, you know what I mean? What's everyone saying? I take my head today. It's really shiny. Can you see it?
Yeah, you guys are looking, very smooth.
I knew Mim was going to shave his head for the occasion, so I thought I don't want to be outdone.
How about you, Ash?
What's that?
What you got under that hat?
I've got Disney Plats right now, bro. Should really embrace it, innit?
Yeah, well, there you go.
A little Disney
Yeah,
Plats.
listen, I figured out that in about 3 years' time, they're going to bring out the movie of 2020 and it's going to star Tom Cruise and Will Smith.
Yeah.
And America's going to win everything. Now, America's going to save the world again.
Mate, they're fucked, aren't they?
Oh, America.
They're fucked. Oh, in every respect, they're fucked.
They've had the worst 2020 ever, I think.
Why would you say they're fucked so much? I think the whole world's fucked.
Yeah, trust me, I agree with you, man.
I think they're the way that they're dealing with their shit. I think it's just like, I mean, look, crisis on top of crisis on top of crisis. They're just fucking layering it on. Us over here, at least we're trying to just crack on with life, innit? You know, we're trying to crack on with life. Apart from what's happened now, over in America has obviously had that ripple effect, and now we're sort of in it now, you know. But I don't know. I think that it's emanating from there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's emanating from history as well, bro. Sorry, Colin.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Go on, then, go on.
I said it is emanating from there, but at the same time, it's not. It's emanating from history of what's gone on for the last 500 years. It's not just about what's happened in America. That's just a play on, like, just to escalate it more, basically, in my opinion. But
it's another notch, isn't it? It's just another. Yeah.
How long has it been now that, you know, we've been hearing about people of different colour being killed? You know, how long has it been? I mean, I was thinking
ever, my whole life.
Listen, I mean, I was listening to Ice Cube today, and I was thinking to myself, "Shit, this was about during the LA riots." And I'm thinking, what was the LA riots about? Same shit.
Rodney King. That was in '92. Yeah. Rodney King.
Yeah. '92.
Yeah. Rodney King.
You know?
Yeah.
And we live in the same shit now. Is this combo still going on?
Somebody filmed that from their house, Rodney King. Got it on tape, and that man still didn't get done for it. Still.
No.
So,
No.
You know what it is?
I saw a thing. Yeah, go on. Sorry, man.
No, go on, Tash.
No, I was watching a thing, Patriot Act, where they were talking about the way the lawyers rely on the police and vice versa. So what happens is, as soon as the police fuck up, the lawyers don't want to prosecute them, because at the end of the day, they need them tomorrow, innit? When they want to prosecute the people they want to prosecute. So they're all hand in hand. Unions turn around, they protect the police as well. I mean, the amount of police that actually been prosecuted for any shit has been fucking hardly anything. You know, what, 2, 3 coppers? Something stupid like that.
Do you know what people fail to realize? People not that they fail to realize, yeah. But a police officer is a person.
Yeah.
All right? Just because they're a police officer, don't make them any morally better or any thingy than anyone else. I could become a police officer tomorrow, yeah, all right. But I still got the same morals and shit I've got. If I'm a scumbag, yeah, I'm gonna be a scumbag police officer, yeah. If I'm a good person, I'm gonna be a good police officer, yeah. There isn't a morality test that these police officers take that would shows you their true character and their true whatever. That anybody who hasn't got a criminal record can become a police officer.
One thing.
Well, listen, it wasn't just white people, was it?
I just think, before we get into race or anything, yeah, anything with, in terms of life, you know, like being a doctor, there's so much learning you have to go through for that process. Being a teacher, there's learning you got to go through for that process, quite long. Forensic scientists, you know, anything in terms of like, but with being the police officer, what you got to do? A community support for a year, 2 years.
You're not taking
Strange, isn't it?
go for a physical and take a couple tests, bro.
Yeah. Heads up, you're
I
supposed to
not
know
have a
all the
criminal
laws.
record.
But do you know what's funny, Cons? You know, like with like police and stuff like that, for example, like a lot of them don't even know the law properly, like the actual
don't.
proper laws.
Exactly, because they're normal people. They're like us.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But
They are us, not like us. They are us.
they're normal people, but
Nah, I think it takes a certain type of person to be
Yeah.
an officer, and
it's same. Agree.
I can rule that out by one thing. Like, maybe somebody who has had something traumatic or life-changing in their life that thinks, you know what, I can't stand by and let this happen to nobody else again. I have to do right, and this is the army I'm going to use to do so. There's that type of police officer. And then there's just like, you know, the American kid that walks into school and shoots up the whole class. There's that one, the one that's been bullied. And instead of shooting up the whole class, they join the police. And every opportunity they get to take out some kind of anger that they went through as a kid on these innocent people, be it white or black, they do so. They're on a serious power trip because they've never had that kind of power. And they've been bullied throughout their whole life.
Well, listen.
Didn't get none of that before.
Who's been pulled over? I mean, like, Ash, how many times have you been pulled over? Loads, yeah?
In lockdown, about 7 times.
7 times. Right. Hus, Mem, you've been pulled over quite a bit.
Once or twice.
I've never been pulled over.
You've never been pulled over. Now,
But
what's the... Yeah, go on.
I got caught with something once, that's it.
Like, what's the approach? How do they approach you? Is it friendly and concerned? Concerned?
No, mine weren't friendly at all.
No. They roll up in it on this power trip, in it.
Black.
Huh?
So mine's never friendly. I'm big and black. I'm a 6'2" black guy, bro. It's never friendly, bro.
So why should it matter?
No, one of them. I'll tell you what happened one time. Yeah, I must have got pulled over. We were on our way to Brick Lane. There was a radio station in Brick Lane, yeah. And Reggie, my Asian friend, he was driving. It was me, Dean, Willow, Liban, and a couple of others in the back of the car, yeah? All right? So we've come out, and they found weed on someone in the car, and the police officer, there was a police officer on me, a police officer on, there was basically, we were on Brick Lane, and there was about 4 or 5 police officers, yeah? I'm getting patted down by one police officer, yeah? Imagine the police officer turned around and said to me, "You've been smoking?" I said, "No, I ain't been smoking like that, yeah?" He goes, "Why are you yellow then?" Right, yeah? I said, "So I'm Turkish. That's why." Like, why am I yellow? I said, "I'm Turkish, bro. That's why I'm yellow." Like, the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, man asking me why I'm yellow. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Why are you
yellow?
Why are you pink? Why are you a shade of bacon? Like, what is it like? You know what I mean? Like,
see, I got a little respect from whenever you turn around and have a conversation with coppers, they have this mentality of good and bad guy. And what are you, 5 years old? You know, these ain't people. It's good guy and bad guy. Oh, we're gonna go and get the bad guy. Fucking grow up.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Listen,
Like, grow up.
I just think, yeah, these lot, they're taught in a way, yeah, that is complete bullshit. And on paper, they're just servants, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they work for the Queen, innit? And the face.
well, Mem knows what it is. Explain what they actually are, Mem.
Basically, what the police actually are, they're actually pirates because they use maritime law, which is the law of the sea.
Yeah.
But they use it on the land, which is not the actual law of the land. So the legal system is maritime law, and the law of the land is the common law, the customs of this actual country. So, for example, if you get pulled over in a car and you're not doing any commerce, you're just going to your mate's house, for example, and he says, "Can you you've been driving at 50 miles an hour?" And then people will just say, "Oh, sorry," but the word driving drive means you only drive when just say you work for a delivery company and you're doing a job and you're getting paid for it, that's driving. But if you're going from A to B, you're not driving, you're traveling. So by you admitting, saying, yeah, I'm driving, you've gone in a contract with them, and then that's how they get you. But if you know your terms,
they tell you
play with them.
It's silent for a reason. Like,
well, what's the thing with the ownership of the car?
Huh?
Ownership of the car. Who owns the car? It's the DVLA, isn't it?
Yeah, the DVLA does.
The DVLA own the car. So when they turn around to you and they say, who owns the car? DVLA own the car. You know?
Yeah.
You don't own the car. Was it the
registered keeper?
The registered keeper is the DVLA. That's it.
Yeah.
You're not the registered keeper.
But what I'm saying is, like, there's a lot of, because what that language they're talking in is the same language as English, but it's called legalese, but the words mean different things. So they're tricking you into admitting into something you're not. So you're committing fraud, basically. Yeah. That's how they get you.
And what would they say if you said that? Like, what's the matter? Why are you being a troublemaker? Yeah? Why you like, if you was trying to explain that to a police officer, straight on they'll get on the defensive, innit?
But some of them probably don't even know that. That's what I'm saying.
They don't even want to hear it.
Look, it's the way they're taught. It's their trade.
Yeah, yeah.
If anybody had done well in English, they'll see through it like nothing. You know?
Yeah. Or like if they ask you for ID, well, if you show them your ID that's written in all capital letters, well, capital means dead, kaput. So if you show them something, if you admitting to being dead, then you're committing fraud. And again, that's how they get you in. That's how they lock people down. It's all mind games and tricks, bruv. It's deep shit. I don't even know it that well. I know it, but it's very complex stuff, man.
I do think it's a whole power trip with them, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's like what Ash said. You know, it's a special type of person that takes that job. Like, I turned around to a copper when I was working, and I said to him, listen, I goes, think about this scenario. I goes, you're walking in the street, you drop like a fag paper or something like that, yeah? I'll walk up to you and I turn around and I say to you, what's your name? Where do you live? What are you doing here? You're going to tell me to fuck off, innit? I goes, what's the difference between me and you? Someone told you that you got the power to ask. I goes, you're no different from me. I goes, don't you find the whole situation weird that you could just walk up to random people, start asking them questions, start telling them shit? I goes, the whole situation's weird, don't you think? And they're like, they don't really want, they're uncomfortable to answer.
Yeah. If anything, they're here to serve you.
Yeah.
It's the opposite. Yeah. We're not serving them.
Public servants.
They're serving us.
I know.
Do you get what I'm saying? But people don't know all this shit. Do you get what I'm saying? But it's just, again, like, even the thing is with them, you can say all this shit and they'll still just ignore it and what to do. You get what I mean?
Ignore it.
A lot of them take the law into their own hands, and a lot of it works in ranking, innit? So got a supervisor that's an asshole, the rest are going to be assholes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Simply because they don't want to fall out of line with their supervisor. So it's peer pressure at the same time. And
saying that, Ash, I saw a really good video in America where these two police officers tried to arrest this black guy who was out on his front garden. And he speeched them up sick, and they went away. It was an amazing video, man.
Like a Chinese cop or something, isn't it?
It's like a Mexican guy, yeah.
He's Mexican or something, yeah. But yeah, I just think it's like it's really stupid the way that they just abuse their power on camera as well, and they have. It's like almost like they can't see that they're above the law and they know it. You see what I'm saying? They can't see what's doing this wrong. And it's like there's 4 of us in this chat right now, yeah. If I know we're in the studio for whatever reason, we're having the podcast in the studio, we've got a podcast show going on. Somebody's jumped up and completely disrespected comms. We all know he's violated. So I start weighing it in. At what time? We all know he's disrespected, but at what time and point do you not drag me off of him? Or are you going to let me punch him up until he's unconscious?
Depends, isn't it? Like you're all gonna wade in. You're gonna turn around and say, "Yo, what you done is wrong, isn't it?"
At one time and point, you're going to drag me off of him. Like you are.
Yeah, of course you are. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm not.
No, but you know what? This is what Dave Chappelle said on that thing that he put out the other day. Yeah, the reason why they didn't contest the Eric Garner thing or whatever, they knew cameras were on them. To contest is admitting that one of their owners done wrong.
I know. But at the same time, would you be able to sit there? But listen, even when man was passed out, he still had his knee on his neck, rude boy.
Yeah, he did.
Passed out. So
yeah,
you for yourself, it doesn't matter what. Obviously, contesting it may be wrong. Any police officer in their right mind watching it would have said, now's the time to intervene to save any face. You see what I'm saying? Like,
they have a law. They have a law.
Nothing.
They have a law themselves, don't they? That basically says if they see one of their own doing some shit, that they're supposed to stop them. There was a copper the other day turned around and said, like, they're all guilty. He goes, as far as our police department's concerned, they're all guilty because blah, blah law, it says that if you see one of your own doing something wrong, you're supposed to jump in. Doesn't matter if next man only there for a couple of days.
But bro, the police don't roll with police mentality. The police roll with gang mentality.
Trust me.
Yes, because they're a gang.
It's exactly what it is. It's gang mentality. The police is a gang.
Yeah, of course they are.
And they look after their own. Again, going back to the Dave Chappelle thing. When the police officer killed the other police officers, yeah, all right, 400 police officers swooped down on him. Why? Because it was one of their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's police operates the same way organised crime operates.
Yeah, of course it does. Definitely, man. It's like
that's why they call the firm, innit?
Yeah.
Cons is frozen up. Oh no, you're back now.
Yeah.
That's
why they call the firm, innit? You know? The thing is, what's happened in America, yeah? Heavy-handedness. Like, we couldn't see this shit coming.
Huh?
We couldn't see this shit coming. I mean, like, if you watch all the the police stop things on YouTube, like, there's hundreds of them. Like, there's people getting stopped on a regular, like, for nothing. Yeah? People getting hands on them for nothing. You know, and this has just been leading up. The police has been unchecked for far too long. Yeah? It was only a matter of time. I loved what Chappelle turned around and said. You know, it wasn't us that picked the martyr. You know, George Floyd now has become a martyr. It doesn't matter what he done. The police picked that, innit? Yeah, the police picked the martyr. It wasn't society around him.
But you know what the plot thickens? The
on.
police officer that had a knee on George Floyd's neck worked security at the same club that George Floyd worked at.
That's right.
They worked together.
Yeah.
I don't know if they knew each other like that, but he worked on the door. The police officer worked on the door, and George Floyd worked inside.
Premeditated.
At some point, their paths must have crossed.
He beat his ting. That's it. He drew his ting. Get me. It's premeditated. I know there's a chick somewhere in there down the line. You get me. Obviously, can't put a penny where a pound's been. You get me. So he called.
So do you know what it was that George Floyd was stopped for?
For counterfeit.
No, what it was stopped for?
Was it a fake note or something that I heard?
I heard
He
something.
went to pay for some I don't know, for something in the shop with a 20. The guy thought the 20 was fake, so they called the police, but the 20 wasn't fake.
But this is what I'm talking about. They called the police on a rapper that took out 100K of his own money.
200K.
Hey, and it was his own money. You got the bank manager who been authorized it and then called the police on him.
Right, guys, there's another issue as well, apart from the police, isn't it? Like, what about all these like, I'm trying to phrase it this way, but all these white people just phoning up on black people for no reason.
Karen.
Stupid shit, eh?
Karen.
In the park, innit?
Walking
The
the
park,
dog.
Yeah,
Central
the
Park or
little-
something.
Bro, the little girl selling water, yeah. The guys trying to do a barbecue, like just for no shit at all, right? What do you do with that shit?
Chase down, just going for a job, blood.
Do you know which one I see a lot? I see a lot of a man coming back to his apartment and someone in the apartment asking him, "Do you live here? I want to see some ID."
Yeah, I saw
Like,
that.
bitch, you live on the 3rd floor. I live on the 4th floor. Like, fuck, how are you asking me for shit? How about I see
Yeah.
your fucking ID? Do you live here?
That's
Yeah,
mad.
it's bullshit.
It is.
EDL.
Bro, you see,
We done a podcast on it. That white police officer that came home and shot man in his own flat.
Yeah. The woman. When the woman said, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like in America, it seems to be happening like all
Brooks.
so. Yeah,
Listen,
Crazy out there, man.
they ain't EDO either. The EDO got their asses handed to them yesterday.
They're getting tumped.
EDL. Get me my bag, yeah.
They're getting
My baby.
tumped. bro.
fucking
I've seen it.
You see that? You see that guy? That guy. You see that?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Did you see that? OT book.
That was in the trap match.
Yo.
NSG options someone put there still.
hey,
Come on, my mum was doing the trap match and shit, bro. Fuck it, hell.
man,
Yeah.
the one that you put on, that dude got sparked,
Oh, that one
No,
was
he got
clean.
job.
Clean.
mate.
That,
Look
they
at him.
basically- Where it was, that was a straight up race war. That was on some like we want to fight. We want to
Yeah,
fight some
bro.
black.
But that weren't the message, though, bro. That was the thing, bro. That weren't the message at all, bro.
Because people are going to see this, yeah? So I know somewhere in the world there's somebody that's still in denial, that doesn't understand, that's never ever seen or experienced any sort of racism whatsoever. It's completely appalled.
Bro, who was that black chick, bro? Did anyone see
Candace
this thing?
Owens. Can-
Oh, this chick, bro.
Candace
Oh,
Owens.
my gosh, bro.
Is she the one that
fucking-
Dave Chappelle said their pussy stinks?
Yeah, or we'll find out, innit?
Yeah, it's funny. I'll
Yeah,
try. I'll
we'll
let you
find out.
know.
On the real,
Yeah.
like, who can remember a time? Who can remember their first racist experience?
Oh, fucking hell.
Ah, yeah, I can. 100%
Okay.
I can, bro.
Okay, as well.
Get me.
5?
I don't remember my
years old?
first racist experience, but I remember the racist experience that I thought that made me think, fuck, so it not demoralized me, but I just thought to myself, like, really? Like, really? I think I told you about this, yeah? Nick went to a wedding, all right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I went to work for the wedding. I was at work, yeah? And I've walked into the wedding, and it's the end of the wedding anyway, yeah? So it's finished anyway, yeah? I've gone in, I've said hello to the bride and groom, all right? I've stood there, the chick walks up to me and goes to me, "You're Nikki's other half, ain't ya?" Like that, yeah? I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Abdul?" I went, "No." She goes, "Mohammed?" I said, "No." Hussein. She went, "All the same."
Yeah, violent.
And I thought, it was like a wedding. I didn't want to say nothing. It was like one way it kind of took me back. And you know me, I'm quite quick-witted. I can say shit back, yeah? I didn't say shit. And I was like,
Oh, man.
like,
what front?
really?
Yeah,
Like,
what front?
really?
Bro, my experiences was crazy, bro. Through life, bro. Cool, gollywog, all sorts of shit, bro. You get me that?
Yeah.
Madness, bro.
Packy.
Madness.
Packy.
Yeah, same. I've been called.
Yeah,
I've been called that word.
I've been called that as well.
You get me
Yeah.
that? I'm like, brother,
I
you
never have,
dumb.
you know.
Yeah.
I don't
Aladdin.
Tell you one thing, though. I had to
Although
talk-
the police grabbed me, what's Asian? I see what? I see 2. I see 4. One time I pulled over, they described me as an Asian, as someone Asian anyway.
Bruv, I had to choke out one of my brethren, innit? Wait, you finished your story, sir? Sorry.
Yeah, it's finished.
Yeah, I had to choke out one of my brethren, innit? He called me a coconut, bro. Oh my gosh. You get me, like?
Ooh.
And
Hey.
before I choked him
Talking
out,
about that for a sec,
before I choked him out, yeah? Wait, who?
the Nigerian guy. If you don't like it, go back to your country. The Nigerian guy, and he's shaking all the white people's hand, and he's got a Trump 2020 T-shirt on in the middle of Leicester Square.
See that, yeah?
I didn't see
He's
that.
an idiot still.
Yeah. Why did he call you coconut
He was
for?
a passport bad. He just badly
Bruv, I
was a
don't know. I don't really know, cause I was talking, I was getting too much. Go on, sorry, brother.
I was so it's are people still that uneducated that they don't know that where black people was in the world prior to like slavery and that. Because if you search Turkey long enough, you find black people. You search India long enough, you find black people. You find them everywhere.
Bro, there was black people even here in back.
That's
in
what I'm
the
saying.
Like,
This ain't their land, bro. This
yeah,
ain't their land.
trust me, I've watched.
Go on, Ton. Anyway, you choked someone out. Go on. He called you a coconut
Yeah.
white.
I imagine this dude is mixed race, fam, yeah? Right, we're talking, whatnot, you know me. I was getting a bit of attention in it, and my man didn't like it, yeah? And he was like, look at you, you coconut. I said, what? He said, you coconut. And I got definition. Like, I know what it means. I asked my next one, yeah? I was like, listen, he's calling me a coconut, bro. So I explained, so this is what you mean. Yeah, choke his ass out, bro. Straight. You get me? In his own yard as well. I went mad, bro. You get me? Like, everyone went mad in the yard. I was all calm and I just told him, look, come outside so I can put hands on you, innit? Like, you get me? He didn't want to come out. You get me? Like, I was like, nah, fam. I know I may talk a certain way and whatnot, whatever. I'm proud of this, bro. Don't not ever, like, you know what I mean? Do not ever think because I say certain things raw that, you know what I mean? You can take the piss, bro. So,
I'll call the Nigerian boy thing coconut.
bro,
Right,
I know
in the hairdressers. In the hairdressers, I'm getting my hair cut, yeah? And he goes to me, he's saying something, he goes, all you white people are the same, innit? I looked at him, I went, that's a bit fucking racist, isn't it? And he goes to me, yeah, he goes, it's true though, isn't it? He goes, I went to Nick, I ain't white. I goes, I'm Turkish. I goes like, I ain't like, don't put me in the same class as them type of people, innit? Right? He's like, and he starts laughing, looking at like everyone else in the barbers, innit, going, yeah, all you white people are the same, blah, 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 blah. I looked at him, he's got a Hackett thing, t-shirt with Union Jack on his chest, right? I looked at him, I went, you're a fucking coconut. He went, what? I goes, you're a fucking coconut. He went, look, I don't play that way. He goes like, shit will get really serious. I go, serious? I goes, listen to the way you're talking to me. I goes to him like this. You racist piece of shit, I goes to him. And he's standing there with your fucking Union Jack right above my head. I goes to him like this. Fuck you, I goes to him like this. And his face, he didn't know what to do. I goes, what? Because you're black, you can't be racist, yeah?
Yeah.
I goes like, is that way it is?
Yeah, I know a lot of racist black people, and
Especially, it's good one that you said to him about the Union Jack and the Hackett. That's a great one that you pulled on people. Some people
I'm
need
surprised you wearing Mackenzie, mate. You know what I mean?
you know what I mean, saying?
Yeah.
Why are you wearing Mackenzie?
Who's he talking to?
I'm talking to you now. Are you wearing Mackenzie?
Me? Are you mad, fam? I'm wearing some. I think it's a Turkish thing, bro. Can you read that? What's that say?
I've
I
got
don't know.
That's just divine glory, bro. What are you talking about, Turkish, man?
Bro,
It's just divine glory.
that's what it says? I don't know, bro. I ain't take time, bro. No, the sign, look. I think the thing's Albanian. Look, if you can see.
Oh, he does look like the
Yeah, it might be,
Albanian.
you know.
Yeah,
Albania.
Yeah, it might be.
Shut your mouth, fam.
No, but it's right in English, divine glory.
Trying it, bro. Yeah, you talking about, son? You come down there with my Union Jack, you can't. What you talking about? I'm playing. I love you, mate. I love you. I love you.
Ain't no black in the Union Jack. That's another one they always say.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, ain't you heard that before?
Yeah,
Nah.
bro, that shit.
Where have you
Yeah,
been?
me, bro.
There ain't no black in the Union Jack. Yeah, that's an old
Bruv,
one.
have you clocked Facebook, bro? Like them donnies that you thought was cool and that. You get me, like slipping, bro. I'm like, yo.
I got involved in one Facebook thingy, man. I can't do it, bro.
Yeah,
All I'm doing is putting that emoji on the thing, bro.
Everything. I've been fighting everything. I can't even lie.
Really?
What kind of shit you experiencing?
Not me.
I'm just seeing people arguing constantly.
Arguing about what?
Oh,
Racist.
Like, what are they arguing about? What's their point? Because I can't see no point.
All lives matter, mate. All lives matter. That's what they're trying to say, son. All lives matter.
All right, so they feel left out, yeah?
I don't know what it is, bro. You get me? I see some comment, bro. I see some comment, yeah, about Anthony Joshua, bro. They went mad. Yeah, career suicide and all this.
I'm on Facebook now. Let me just read this up to you. Yeah, I won't say his name because I don't want to bait him up. Yeah, but I've done.
Oh, fuck it, bait him up, man.
Bait him up, man. Bait him up.
I've done security. I've done security with him, yeah. And me personally, he's always backed me up on the door because it's our job. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
All right.
this is what he had to say about Anthony Joshua. And you tell me if it sounds suspect or not, yeah? Cool. Anthony Joshua stood at a protest and told people not to invest in white businesses. He told people to only invest in their own communities. What he should have said is stop smashing up your own communities. He should have said, look at me, I stand here, a successful black multimillionaire, and therefore proof I am not oppressed by any system. He should have said that the only time I ever ran into trouble was when I engaged in drug dealing, criminality, and black gang culture. He then could have explained how the system supported him, gave him another chance. He could have explained how this great nation, we're so proud to give him the opportunity to represent worldwide in the Olympic Games. He should have explained how hard work anybody in this country, how hard work in this country can make it, basically.
What's that got to do with what they're talking about?
Straight up suspect, bro.
Suspect.
Yeah, what's that got to do with what they're talking about? What this is all about?
Bruv, but the thing is, though, regardless if he said that, bruv, who's it harming?
But
Who's it harming, bruv?
basically, his issue is
What? Go on.
Joshua pointing out that we should be. I mean, we heard what Joshua said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's basically feeling left out by what he said because
but in all aspects, see this whole Joshua thing. Joshua was feeling left out because John Boyega did it before him, and he went to jump on the bandwagon and start megaphoning and talking and whatever. When John Boyega went out there and pulled his heart out and fucking his heart and soul out, and Joshua went there just to earn brownie points. I don't rate Joshua anyway.
I think that too to a certain degree, but also I will say what I said off camera, and I think that he should embrace his name, Ola Femi Olaseni. That is his name. His name is not Anthony Joshua. He only embraced the name Anthony Joshua to help pursue his boxing career, which shows me he sold out and doesn't embrace his Yoruba heritage.
Can I say something?
Go on.
See, Anthony Joshua saying that, we should invest in black businesses. But what the job he does makes millions and gazillions for white people. So how can he talk? Like,
bro, he invested.
Hold up, 1 sec.
In JD and that, like, there's a lot of black. There's a lot of making clothes.
For me, there's no issue, bro. He's just turned around and said, "Listen, black people invest in each other, innit?" So what if he said that?
That's good.
Yeah, I don't see a big thing in that either.
You get me? Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, you get me? He said what he said, innit? Like, cool, thanks. Like, yeah.
Like, support
it. Don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone's
Support,
all onto him, bro. Regardless if you like him or not, or whatever, bro.
I hear you, Tom. My only issue is how can you get up there and say support your own communities and you can't support your own name?
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. You get
that's
me?
his own personal thing, though.
Yeah, that's a different issue, isn't it? You get me?
It's his personal thing. It speaks strongly. At the end of the day, anything he has said after saying, I want people to, he's got the platform. Don't forget this. He's got the platform. So I expect the same from Jay-Z, Beyonce, Rihanna, anyone that is black in this situation. I expect them with their strong platforms to step up. And he had the platform, just like Muhammad Ali did, to turn around and say, you shall now call me Muhammad Ali, not Cassius Clay.
Yeah, Clay. Yeah.
He's at a platform where he could have turned around and said, look, you refer to me as my Nigerian name, my Nigerian heritage, simply because of this situation, even more so. You get me? Because there's nobody like that in this industry, and I would have stood behind him 110%. And anything after that, him saying about investing into black businesses would have made sense. But he's still standing there trying to latch onto what John Boyega did, saying I'm Anthony Joshua. And if you really believe,
you know what?
Embracing it, embrace your name.
Do you know that a lot of people don't realise? Do you remember Damilola Taylor?
That's John Boyega was his boy. He was supposed to go link him on the day of the murder.
No. John Boyega's in the CCTV footage.
I said he went the other way and my man went the other way.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, John Boyega knows what it is. John Boyega knows the effects on black crime and whatever it is. Yeah. So when John Boyega spoke,
at the same time, look at Stephen Lawrence. How many people kept that story quiet?
Yeah, they were spinning that, bro, for fucking
police kept it quiet. evidence got lost.
Yeah.
That went on for years, isn't it?
For me,
Do you know what brought it down? Trevor McDonald using his platform to get onto man.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So there's a
I hear what you're saying, but there's
You know what?
other heads.
Wait, sorry, 1 second. Talking about Trevor McDonald, yeah? All right? Don't you find it a little bit, not strange, yeah? But, bro, ever since I've been alive, I've seen Trevor McDonald on the news as one of the main newscasters. Now, the
Yeah.
80s was a very racist time, yeah?
Yeah.
How did Trevor McDonald get away with being the main newscaster back in the 80s? Like,
because at the end of the day, they need that guy to sell a certain narrative. You see what I'm
not in the 80s.
In the 80s, remember what they done to thing, Rusty Lee? Do you remember the shit that they put that woman through?
Yeah.
On fucking live TV. Proper disrespected her.
No, but
Yeah, no, wait, jog my memory, please. What happened?
What, with Rusty Lee?
Yeah, what happened?
It was like, Huss, can you remember the exact words what I was saying to her? It was like little racial slurs, yeah? Like, shit about like her culture in it. Like she's from the West Indies, yeah? So like they'll say, oh, she's lazy. Look at the way she's laughing. That's what your people are like. That kind of thing, that kind of tone. And they'll all laugh. The whole fucking crew would start laughing. Like, that's some funny shit. And that woman was disrespected on live TV like it was nothing. You know? Like it was nothing. You should just have to laugh and move on and accept that that was the shit.
So why do you think Trevor McDonald got away with being the main newscaster that defines like he's defined the era? Like when you think of British newscasters, you think of Trevor McDonald.
He is one of them, definitely.
Because I say, because I'm not being funny again, and I'm not being racist, but although Trevor McDonald was black, he wasn't black in his way of talking. He was a white man in the way he was. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that's the way I see it.
I mean,
I find that mentality really disturbing.
I don't think technically he was a bounty. I believe yes, he was a bit of a yes man.
Yeah,
but like
I believe that.
In terms of like, I think he was just in a good position and he couldn't contradict his position by fighting for the greater good so early, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but regardless of all of that, though, forget all that. Even if he was the whitest black man that ever lived, yeah, his representation of him on TV is this guy is black. This is 1981, and he's the main newscaster.
Yeah, but I mean, in 1981, you've got to think, yeah.
It baffles me that how they let him like.
He was a house nigga, man. That's all. You get me? House nigga.
That. Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's still black people on TV prior to that. Do you know what I mean?
Ain't that a horrible thought when you think of it that way?
Yeah, cool.
Equality.
Let me ask you this. All these TV shows that are being pulled off online, like the In-Betweeners and this Little Britain and all that, do you think they should be banned and pulled off of TV?
Why?
No, for me, no. That shit was fun. I went into Little Britain, but I see Keith Lemon apologising and whatnot in the other. I was like, what for? It was jokes, bro. This is what I'm saying. Basically, now all these Craig David things, Michael Jackson and all that, he's come out and apologised if he's...
No, but you know what it was? Because Trisha tweeted him and said, I found what you done, because he done Trisha as well, innit, yeah? That what you done to me by enacting me and whatever, I found it very racist and I was very offended by it.
Who said that?
Craig David ran away to America because of it.
What? Craig David said that shit?
No, Trisha said.
Craig David, he ruined Craig David, man.
Wow, he was fucked up, though.
He destroyed him. Craig David.
But, man, he's still doing bits. He's got a hotel, bro. It didn't stop him from, you know what I mean? Like, this is what I get a lot from my Donnies and that. Oh, yeah, you should say this and I should say this. You got a platform to say all this shit. I'm like, bro, listen, no white man has stopped me from getting what I needed to get. You understand?
Yeah.
I've pushed it, bro. You get me? Like, regardless if I got when I first started at my workplace, there weren't no ladder, bro. I created that, man. I am where I am today due to me. No one else. You get me? Like, and for me, it's a mad thing, yeah, because I got rushed, bro. I got my front teeth kicked out because of the colour of my skin. You get me? Like, bro, It don't phase me, bro. I keep it moving, innit? Like, I ain't hating on no one, bro. It is the society we live in. You get me? Like, but it's our time to stand up and say what we need to say, and you want to turn it into some race war. Bro, at the end of the day, I don't see the necessary for all that. I don't see that. It's all stupid.
You know what it is, yeah? I hear you on that one, Ton, yeah? But it's like, no, you could take a black kid, a white kid, an Asian kid, literally toddlers, put them all in a room, and they would just see toddlers, yeah? I think,
toddlers, they don't see colour. You're right, 100%.
I think that racism is taught, it's drummed into our heads. Like, the first black person at Coronation Street has been running since what, the 1960s, yeah? The first black person on Coronation Street, was wait, let me check it. Thomas Baptiste, yeah?
Right.
He played a bus driver or something that was basically racially accused or something and ended up losing his job, yeah? This is when Coronation Street was still in black and white. Now, this is a TV show that the whole of the UK are watching. We know how popular Coronation Street is. Now, to somebody who's never witnessed or even seen a black person in the flesh before, their only image in their head is what they see on Coronation Street, yeah? There's so many movies around the 1960s leading up till today where I think it's a complete smack in the face.
All right. Go on.
In which respect a smack in the face? Can you clarify?
I mean, we've gone from that to which is blatant racism in a time where we're still fighting for so much equality, yeah, to them disguising it with the story of Avatar. And really, if you look at the story of Avatar, what are they telling us, bro?
Red Indians, isn't it?
You see what I'm saying? It's all that was a race war, and this. You know what I'm saying? It was this. It's
a dehumanization of different cultures.
Look at the blowback of Black Panther. Man getting gassed because we had a predominantly black cast. Look at the blowback on that.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was mad, bro.
And that was the first.
So listen, yeah. Listen. Up until 1967, Aborigines weren't classed as human beings. Aborigines were classed.
There you go.
Aborigines were classed as Australian wildlife, along with kangaroos, koalas.
Not lying.
I know you ain't, bro. I know. We had the same conversation the other day, bro.
My dad was born in 1955. My dad's 65 years old. Yeah? Imagine somewhere in Australia that is a 65-year-old, a 70-year-old, a 75-year-old, an 80-year-old, maybe even a 90-year-old person, Aborigine person, that up until 1967 was not classed as a human fucking being, bro.
Yeah.
What? You're the same as a kangaroo. You're the same as a fucking platypus. No.
Yeah, but this is time for change, isn't it? This is the time to change all that bullshit, bro. But this is what I'm saying.
Far back that this happened, though. 1967 ain't that far back, you know.
Of course, bro. But look how long when was slavery abolished, bro? It wasn't not too long ago. You see what I'm saying?
In America, no.
They say the same thing, bro. It's mad, bro.
But even that slavery, the enforcers. So you know, you had your rednecks and your whatnots, yeah. But the enforcers of slavery, you know, people got paid out for all the losses of letting their slaves go. But
bro, forget that. People up until 2015, we were still paying tax to the slave market.
Yeah, man, this is fucked up.
Now, our wages that we worked for went to compensate slave masters for the money that they missed out up until 2015.
And what was it 1837 when slavery was abolished in England? 1837.
Right? Imagine that. Up until 2015, that money that you're working for and you're getting taxed is paying the slave masters back for what they've lost.
They lost, yeah, they got compensated, bro. You get me?
Yeah.
They got compensated for. But this is what I'm saying. Like, I watched some thing about the Windrush the other day, bro. Like, yeah. And what they're getting compensated for is minor, like, stupid money.
20 grand when it's 10 grand.
That shit. Yeah, but the slave master was getting like 65 mil.
People or something. What's that video they shared the other day? And they said like there's been like 30K between 3 people or something like that shared or
Something stupid like that, yeah.
3%. Yeah, 3% of the Windrush.
Let me play
thing
devil's
was only been
advocate.
cleared.
Quick one, yeah. What do you lot think of blackface?
Huh?
I think it's completely disrespectful simply
100%, bro.
because
All right.
there's
Do
one
you
thing.
let Robert Downey Jr. get away with it in Tropic Thunder?
This is yeah, but this is yeah.
Why would they get away with it?
He smashed that. He killed that, bro. He smacked it up, bro.
Listen, that was a piss take on Hollywood's mentality, innit? That they could
But
basically
he was
go
still
down
in
the
blackface.
Yeah, he did, but it's supposed to be ironic, innit?
It's the what? Is white chicks racist?
Is who?
It is,
White
though, innit?
chicks.
White chicks is
I'm
racist.
saying.
Yeah, white
But
chicks
it's
is
funny,
racist.
though.
It's very stereotypical.
Yeah, but it's funny, though, isn't it?
But you know why white chicks? You know why? You know what? Technically, if we're gonna be by the book, it kind of we can see how it's racist, yeah. But the fact that it was okay, it was a hit seller. The Wayne brothers made dough off that movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Shows what is actually fucked up about the world, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
this is what I'm saying. We can go back and talk about what should have been and what should have But that was then. This is what I'm saying. Now it's a different time. We're trying to change it.
My issue is I've always known that statue's been there. Tearing it down isn't really my issue. It's my issue is with the people that has allowed it to stand there for as long as.
No. But this is what I got to differ with you on this one.
I think before you say that though, Pons, if you was running up in a museum trying to take shit that it says in the museum it's been looted from Turkey, and you're just trying to take it back home to Turkey, you'd get arrested for that, bro. You'd get nicked for that.
I hear you, but this is what we have to realize, yeah? Right? We're living in England, yeah? All right? That statue of that slave master in Bristol, yeah? All right? What you got to remember is England as a nation and as the conglomerate and as the powers that they are, yeah? All right? They set out to colonize and take over land. This guy did that. So why wouldn't they have a statue of him? He is one of their heroes because he accomplished their goals. All right, whether or not he was a slave master, pull that shit down. I'm up for that. Pull that shit down, but don't ask why that statue was up. That statue was up because when it comes to British culture, he is a hero for them. In their eyes, because he did what the British colony wanted him to do. He accomplished it.
Exactly.
Successful in it, brother.
Exactly. So you can't say, "Oh, why was it up?" You can tear it down and say, "No, it was wrong." Obviously, it was wrong.
This is what I'm saying. The battle. That's what I'm saying. The battle is bigger than that. The battle is so much bigger than just pulling a statue down. So I'm saying you have to address the reason why it was up in the first place. And yes, for so much, the guy is like a hero for the colonization and all that. But this is what I'm saying. Just pulling it down shows me how uneducated the battle is. You get me?
No, for real, man.
It's just like, I don't know, it's like, for me, that's like, I don't care who likes it or doesn't. It's when I see white boys punch holes through the door. It's completely pointless. You see what I'm
saying? How you see white boys punch holes through the, you know what I mean? Like, I'll punch holes in walls and shit. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
every movie, that's how they're stereotyped.
Listen, I'm going to say something that I didn't really want to say to you. All right? But
I need my charger, big man. Can you get it from the bedroom?
Racism is racism wherever you are, yeah? All right? There's the racism we face in England. There's racism people. Like, I saw a video, I think it was in Belgium, where this mother took her child to a playground and the other kids wouldn't let him play and she had to leave the playground because they were saying whatever to him, blah, 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 whatever, yeah? I remember being in Cyprus when I was about 10 years old, yeah? And I was staying in an apartment block that my auntie lived in, yeah? All right? And this was in the summer. And there was a black family there. The dad was a builder, helping build apartments in Cyprus. So his wife and his 2 kids were also in Cyprus at the same time. We're talking about maybe 1990, 91. I was about 10, 11 years old, yeah? I remember the kid's name as well. The kid's name was Junior. I used to play with him because I was English, he was English, we spoke, you know what I mean, one understood.
Makes sense.
Other Turkish kids in the area, in the neighborhood, yeah, right, wouldn't play with him, yeah, right? And I remember one day, one of them turned around and goes to him, "You're black because God burned you." Do you know what I'm saying? And up until that point, I never really, like, I see it from, like, Turks are racist, Indians are racist. Like, if you look at it realistically, black people getting the worst all over the world.
Balotelli was banging goals for Italy. They were making monkey noises at the side of the pitch, bro. He was banging goals for Italy, bro. That man was still making monkey noises.
All right, I got a theory, yeah? Evolution. Do you know the whole thing of evolution what Darwin goes on about, yeah? Don't you think that's racist?
I
Is
don't
this
believe
looking too far into it? Huh?
Is Anton frozen?
Yeah, I was for a minute, bro.
Listen to the theory, right? All people came from Africa, yeah? First people were what? What are they saying first people were? Before people were people, what were they?
Monkeys.
Yes. Yes. Right? When you think of that shit, don't you think to yourself, ain't that fucking racist? What are they saying? I mean, like...
But look at a monkey's lips. Look at a monkey's lips, yeah? A monkey ain't got big lips.
Listen, like, it's the whole...
I saw it on a meme. It showed a picture of the queen, yeah, and a monkey's lips, yeah, and the monkey's lips look like the queen's lips.
But don't you think... Am I reading too much into it, or does that make sense, what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying, Tash.
Like, why can't people just be people around the world? Like, so you got a pond, yeah? Like, moss just grows around the pond, innit? Right round it, right? There's different types of moss around the pond, right? Why did I always bang on about life started in Africa?
Yeah, I'm not too...
I think that's what they're saying. The first man was from Africa.
But no one knows that, though.
Yeah,
the oldest remains they found, innit?
Listen, do you know what I'm going to say? I don't need evidence to know that, yeah?
I do believe the first man was a black man, though, personally.
I go by what the Egyptians say. I go by what's on pyramids. That nobody can explain how to make a pyramid. Nobody can explain how to recreate and replicate pyramids in Egypt, yeah? So that's what I'm going by, yeah?
That's a total different story, because I believe that was some alien shit.
Cool.
I don't believe that was aliens.
Whatever.
I believe that is
aliens.
Whatever. But the evidence is there in hieroglyphics. There's a lot of stuff that I learned.
Wait, you're missing a bit of info out, though, aren't you?
What's that?
Well, where did the Egyptians get the technology from?
The aliens.
Story? No, it ain't. White people came in it from the north. That's the story. Same as the Incas. The story came that there was white people with beards. They turned up.
Bro, there were little grey men with big eyes and shit, yeah? Coming to space, yeah?
That's what it was saying. There were white people with beards came and gave the Egyptians technology, innit?
Bro, I believe in their white Jesus, bro. It's calm, innit? You get me? Like, allow it.
These man are lost.
Stargate, bro. Remember Stargate?
Yeah.
Stargate, bro.
Why is Jesus...
Listen. This is another thing I wanted to say, yeah? All right? Yeah. Obviously, racism is racism wherever, yeah? All right?
Yeah.
Now, Ash, where are you from, bro?
Ghana. Well, here. I was born here, but Ghana, yeah.
Huh?
Anything more?
PH.
From, bro?
Conj, you're cutting out.
Yeah, you're cutting out, bro. Yeah.
Ash, where are you from?
I said Ghana still.
Ton, where are you from?
Trini and Jamaican, bruv.
All right, go and ask an American kid.
Go
and ask an American kid the same age as you guys, yeah? They'll say I'm African American. I don't know. All right?
You know what, yeah?
Now,
it hurts me. Ton, you're Ghanaian. Yeah? You're Ghanaian. Do your research.
Yeah, maybe they're like, from where my mum and my dad,
okay,
that's where I'm classing it.
I've been saying this to all my peoples, yeah? You lot, pause 1 second. Ton, you're a man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Kidnap your child, yeah? I kidnap your child, yeah?
Yeah.
Raise your child as my own. Give him my name, yeah? And he eventually wants to just live with me and embrace my way of life. Do you not want him to come back home?
Yeah, what?
You're Ghanaian.
Hold up, bruv. Wasn't it Senegal that they were shipping all the Africans out from?
No. Listen, I've visited slave dungeons, yeah, in Ghana,
Yeah.
Antigua. Listen, who do you think you are? Noel Clark, who do you think you are? He'll tell you you're Ghanaian.
Probably. I'm not denying it. I'm not saying rah. I'm just saying where my parents are from.
But anyway, let me get back to my fucking point anyway, yeah? My point is...
I'm just telling you where your great grandma was from or whatever. Do your research, bro. Trust me.
Motherfucker, listen to me for a second, yeah? All right?
I hear you.
The point I'm making is, go and ask an American kid, an African American, the same question. They do not know.
No,
because generations of generations, yeah, they know they're African American. Imagine living in a country that you're not wanted in, but you don't know where you're from to go back to.
Yeah, but a lot of them do know, though, Cons. There's a lot of conscious black people in America.
But in general, they don't. I've been to America. I've seen it. I've spoke to kids like when you say the woke people, but here, yeah. In England, you're going to tell me, in England, bro, yeah, 99.9% of black people know where they're from.
Yeah.
All right? In America, I would say 75% of black people don't know where they're from.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right? Now, imagine having that burden on you, that trauma on you. So you don't know where your place is in the world. You're living in a country that don't accept you. You can't go back to your country. You don't know where you're from. You don't know your heritage. Yeah. Then slave masters started their little conflict. If you was dark, all right, you worked outside in the fields. All right. If you was light, you worked in the house.
Yeah.
Right? So the dark skin and the light skin have got conflict between each other because he gets to live in the house, but I'm outside. But you don't know what's happening to him in the house, and you don't know what's happening to him. He sees it as, oh, he's in the house in the warmth, yeah, in a cozy bed, all right, and I'm outside in the barn somewhere, yeah. You don't know what that guy's going through. So already they've divided you on your skin. So they've created racism within racism.
Yeah, but what's going on in South Africa? In South Africa,
no, but listen,
you've got black people, you've got white people,
this is my point.
And then you've got the red man in the middle, isn't it?
All right, but my point is, all right, what the white devil, as they would like to call it, yeah, all right, has done is he's divided and he's conquered, yeah. He's accomplished what he set out to accomplish, yeah, by causing friction between African Americans and blacks in America due to their skin tones. So you got dark-skinned black people, yeah, racist towards light-skinned black people, and light-skinned people, black isn't beautiful. Like, the darker your skin is, the uglier you are, and whatever, which is so ludicrous, ridiculous, yeah, all right? And so they've created, so when black people in America don't support each other, it's because they've been institutionalized not to support each other. And the only way they're going to overcome is to support each other. The same way, and Dr. Umar Johnson said this, the same way the Chinese look after themselves, the same way the Jews look after themselves, the same way the Arabs look after themselves, yeah? The blacks in America don't look after themselves.
Yeah, I've seen that, Cons.
I hear you, and I completely agree. I just think it's stupid, yeah? Even if I don't know, I know where to start, and America wouldn't be the place to start. You see what I'm saying? Like,
no, America wouldn't be the place to start, but America is where everything's stemming from. This George Floyd thing wouldn't have gone global if it didn't start in America. Because the Americans
it was brought up in America.
They didn't riot because of what happened to Mark Duggan. They were on World Star calling us crazy. Yo, look at these London dudes and laughing.
No, I hear that.
What's that?
They thought the London riots was ludicrous.
Why?
Yeah.
Because they thought it was, these people with tea in their hands and biscuits and crumpets are wilding out.
Yeah. They didn't take it serious.
They didn't understand it, yeah? Not that I'm saying that it's an American problem. We should. It's a global problem, yeah? Who is the most copied man in the world? The African American, when it comes to sports, movies,
fashion,
music, entertainment.
Everything.
That everyone emulates the African American man, innit? Yeah? From your Jay-Z's to your Michael Jordans to whatever, yeah? All right? So it kicks off in America. And then we take notice and we do whatever we do, which we should take notice anyway, because it's a global problem. It's not just an American problem, but America kicks it off. So America themselves being a, what's it called, an example to the rest of the world, all right, have to act on that. They have to put things in motion for themselves. Because how can you be the most popular person in the world with Michael Jordans, the Jay-Z's and whatever, yeah, all right? And this is happening to you. Do you get what I'm saying?
Because
it's unjust. It shouldn't be happening to you. You're popular. You're greater than that.
yeah, but you say that, but maybe they're not great. That's why it is happening to them, because all America's about is hype cons. It's nothing. They got no.
No, I'm not saying America. I'm saying African Americans.
Who thinks that?
Are greater than that.
Oh, right.
No, but you know what? Yeah, in their
with
defense,
their influence over the whole world.
In their defense, yeah, it was a whole community of African Americans building for African Americans that was burnt down. You know, like in America, they violated anybody trying to do something positive. Trump made his money off African Americans, bro.
Of course he did.
You know what I mean, I don't know, man. But I just think, yeah, as stupid as that, if you've got clues to who you are, don't act like you're lost, bro. Go to that place and try and find out more, bro. You feel me?
Listen, it's like we said, it all starts at home, yeah? I teach my children, I don't know, you know what? Matter of fact, I don't teach my children, all right, to class people as I don't, like, Ton, my kids have played with your kids since they were born, yes or no?
Yeah.
Not once have I told them, oh, you know what, Brooklyn's black and Isaiah's black.
Exactly.
Not once have I told them that.
I'm trying to say,
all right?
It shouldn't even be a combo, innit?
You don't know that.
You have to teach it, bro.
The only time anything racist ever happened in my household, yeah, is when my daughter was taught Black History Month at school. And they're teaching 6- and 7-year-olds about racism, all right, about slavery, sorry, all right? And kids got confused, and a little black girl was running around the playground saying to kids, oh, you can't play with her because you're white and you're black. But the kid was only saying that because it's what a 6-year-old was taught in class to do Black History Month, yeah? Why not teach a kid about an inventor or Bob Marley or something with a positive impact, yeah? Because a 6-year-old's mind won't comprehend slavery. Like a mixed race girl went home from my daughter's class and told her mum and dad, you're not supposed to be living in the same house together.
Wow.
Because her mind didn't comprehend. She just heard that, okay, white people and white people were slaves, black people were slaves, so blah, blah. And it just confused the child.
No, I hear that still.
I'm saying it's like
do you think it's more deep root?
Do
you think
that's
right,
when kids start? Go on.
Right, Hus. Right. I know this is going to sound off key what I'm going to say, but do you think white people teach their kids like that a lot? Do you think that's a cultural thing within them?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think they used to.
I mean, don't get it twisted, because there's racism within our own cultures, isn't there?
Of course, Turks are very racist.
Yeah, but like I remember one of my first experiences of racism. I'm about 5 or 6 years old. Right, couple of doors down, there's some other kids. Yeah, we're out on the street. Yeah, maybe I was a bit older, 7 or 8. Yeah, we're out on the street. Yeah, and there's these kids, couple of doors down. Right, and they've got bikes. I've got a bike. I want to play. Yeah, we start playing. Neighbor comes out. Right, like their parents come out and go, "Don't play with the packy." Yeah. Don't play with a packy. Get the kids, take them into the house. That's it, done. From that point on, we are the packies. I am the packy kid, right? And I'm not to be trusted or played with. Yeah? Now, them kids were all cool until their dickhead parents jumped in and started teaching them that shit.
Yeah. I think it is too. I mean, one of my brethren, I told him the other day, and he rang me up and he was like, bro, I haven't spoken to you in a while, but it's just to check in and let you know that I ain't racist. I love my black people. And I said, I hear that. And for as much as you got nothing to prove to me, you get me? Tell your people to recognize what white privilege is. You get me? He goes, no, he goes, obviously, I know that obviously we've been stopped a couple times together. You know I'm your bro though, I'm not racist. And then tells his girl in the next breath to order him what's it called, from the Chinkies, bro. So it's like it's a way of life for some people.
Listen. At the end of the day, yeah, all right, it's like going back, yeah, there's certain things and certain ways that we were raised and we was, well, like I said, in the 80s, I found it weird that looking back that Trevor McDonald was as popular as he was. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just find it weird considering how racist it was back then and whatever, yeah? But generation by generation, it goes down. There's them people that their parents are so racist, all right, but they have a different outlook on shit and they're not racist at all because they see that wrong. It's down to the person. It's not the and whatever, yeah? But I honestly believe to a certain extent, yeah, all right, everyone, I don't care if you're black, Turkish, white, whatever shade, yeah, to a certain extent, everyone's got a little slight racism in them, all right? Because we are all different, yeah? Right? And we do all pick up on each other's differences. And whether we're having banter and we're cussing each other for it or whatever it is, yeah? To have a stereotype on something. Like, you know, like when Dave Chappelle and Richard Pryor, what do they do when they do a white voice? Oh, golly gosh. And but white people don't say golly gosh. And do you get what I'm saying? It's a stereotype.
Some do,
the
bro.
same way, not every black person says yo or wagwan. Do you know what I'm saying? All right? It's all stereotypes and whatever. But within those stereotypes, yeah, all right, bro, half of a joke is serious. I always say this.
I swear,
Yeah.
I don't even like what.
Going back to what you're saying about if it's taught and whatnot in the other, there was like a little incident, not an incident, it was just a scenario that happened at my workplace, yeah? A Romanian dude was talking to an English guy, yeah? Blonde eyes, blonde eyes, you know, blonde hair, blue eyes, whatnot in the other, yeah? Yapping away, she's entertaining. As soon as he walks away, can you hear me, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he walks away, she's like, ill, rah. Straight away, I was like, oh, you was taught to like stick to your own and that, yeah? Big 30-year-old woman, you know? Yeah, like, I was taught to stick to my own, but like, I can't bring a black guy or any foreigner home. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that this is this is what we're living in. This is what I'm saying. So it is taught. It's taught from when you're young, bro. Like, you get me, like, and carry.
I remember. Think about that household. Sorry, Anton. Right, think about that household. What you're talking about. She's taught that way, yeah. She's got a brother, yeah. Her brother's taught that way as well, yeah. He goes and gets a job as a police person, yeah? And then he's out and about and they stick him in Hackney or somewhere like that. How's that mentality going to fucking translate?
But then you got to look at this. Even deeper rooted than that, yeah, all right? I think with it, what it is, it's racism, yeah, you stay within your own race, yeah? But then you've got certain places in Africa, yeah, where you can't go from that tribe to that tribe. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. There's certain provinces in India where that caste can't be with that caste because it's a caste system. They're the same race of people, but you can't go outside of your own. So this whole outside of your own thing is a wider spectrum. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the thing is, them type of cultures, yeah, they're still, you can turn around and say they're not developed in society in that respect.
Yeah, but they're their own society.
Of course are, but in our society, right, and in American society, we should know better, right? We should just know better.
But what it is regardless, yeah, we all come from a tribal mentality. Ours is ours. My family is my family. Your family is your family. Do you get what I'm saying? And
to a degree, I agree. But I think that's built in from when you're young. Again, it's still a form of programming.
But then you go back a generation, you go back a generation, you go back a generation, and back a generation, yeah? And you don't know where it started from, but you know that it's instilled in you and it's passed on. Whereas now, because the world that we're so much more advanced and we're so much more integrated as nations that, bro, go to Cyprus now, yeah, all right? You got Russians in Cyprus, you got Filipinos in Cyprus, you got Nigerians in Cyprus. Like, the whole world is more integrated now. Back then, it wasn't so, yeah, all right? So our natural thing is to move with the times, and that's why we've got 3 Turks, a Ghanaian, and half Jamaican, half Trinidadian, who Ash says is Ghanaian, yeah, is able to have a conversation like this and get along and understand each other. Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah, so.
But again,
it starts with our generation. Now we grew up in a time where we faced racism. I don't think our kids will face racism as much as we face, but do you know what I'm saying? So it's about passing it on to the next
I don't know about that.
We've experienced what we've experienced.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know though. Look at the way everything's being drummed up nowadays. That shit shouldn't be happening. Like this stuff shouldn't be filling the news. You know? That and like to me,
But the
I was
media
like,
plays a part in it. The media
absolutely
plays a part in it. They stir the pot like this.
Yeah, but listen, you lot are all forgetting the great hack, bruv. You lot are all forgetting about the great hack. The great hack showed us. Showed us how things can be manipulated. And you man,
absolutely.
It's all being manipulated, bro.
Dude, why is nobody talking about this shit?
Because
why is nobody talking about this shit?
I heard as well. I heard they what they doing? They're disbanding the BBC or some shit. Anyone hear about this?
No.
Basically, like obviously back in the day, people used to get their news from BBC or something at 10 o'clock or some shit. Now they're hitting them like, listen, the way you're trying to portray this Black Lives Matter thing is not the way to go forward. Basically, you're not giving it coverage and whatnot in the other. You're only showing the bad side of things and whatnot in the other. So on the basis of that, you get me, like they're looking to disband them. Like BBC, I don't think it's going to be anymore. They're in debate about it right now. So
listen, a paedophile network, they should disband.
Bruv, even EastEnders, same thing. Look at EastEnders, bro. Ain't got one serious black Donny in it. You get me, like, bruv, that's not my East End cuss, right? You get me? I walk out the front door, blackheads all over the place, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Disrespectful Notting Hill, the film Notting Hill is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Not one black Donny in it, bro.
And being American, yeah, and watching Notting Hill, and thinking that is Notting Hill when you go to Ends, bro, and then you touch Carnival and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Where's the cup?
Bro, listen,
There's all chicken in that. Where's the
the
tea?
future is what we make of it, innit? Yeah. And unfortunately, yeah, we still have people that are racist, and we still have people that, although equality is so much more, what's the word, between, like, I'm trying to word this properly. Equality is it's more open, that more people integrate with each other nowadays. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, all right. But there's still a long way to go. And we have to change that idea, and the way we change it is through our children. So you know what I'm saying? We change it through our children. And it's about us teaching our children, all right, that this isn't the way and this is the way. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. On that, yeah, on that, I was like, I asked a question to my eldest year. It was like, I was playing with this Donny and rah, and I was like, what color was it? Straight off the bat. He was like, what? I was like, what color is it? He was like, what do you mean? I said, what color was he, bruv? He was like, I don't understand what you mean. And I was like, raw. I looked at it for a quick minute. I was like, all right, cool. What color was his hair?
That is very cool.
He said blonde. I said, what color is his eyes? Like blue. So obviously, straight away, I knew what it was. But I was like, that's really good that he don't see color, bro. Like 100%. But then on the other foot, you got his grandma telling him, white people don't like that. And I'm like, yo, he don't need to hear that. He don't really need to hear that at his age. You get me? Like, cool.
But at the same time, his grandma's just trying to keep him woke.
Cool. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I hear that still. I hear that.
I get it.
I'd much rather him hear it from his grandma than him walk out on the street and be cool to
But then that's still giving it life. So that's still instilling it from youth, isn't it? So, no.
Like, that's what I'm saying. This is what we were talking about. It's stemming down from generation and this is why it won't go away. This is what I'm saying. So for me, in my own time, we'll show him about that until he gets his first experience of Wagwan. Like,
I hope he doesn't.
Look at it like this.
I hope he doesn't.
I hope he doesn't. Of course not. But
I hope he doesn't.
I was by my shops, bruv, yeah? A little 7-year-old was on his balcony shouting that at next youths and that, look at ya, your monkey, look at ya, your monkeys. Right, and there was all black youths down there, bro. And I pulled him. I said, what you calling them monkeys for? He was like, oh, his mum come out. He's like, he's not racist. I was like, bro, but he's not calling a white kid a monkey, is he? You get me that? No, he's not gonna do that. He's associating monkeys, black together. You get me? You're black monkey. You get me? Like, I was bugging. I was fully bugging. Like, I did want the dad to come out, but he was behind the closed curtains, bro. But anyway,
I think, like, remember we had that podcast, and I think Cons, it was on the podcast, innit? You said that With a little black kid, and he had a little monkey on it or something. We done a podcast about
Oh,
it.
yeah. Was it
Yeah.
H&M or something? Or
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, it's things like that that just make me think, you know what, yeah? They're helping them push that narrative. You know what I mean? Like, have you seen the film Great White Hope?
No.
yeah, I feel like I have.
Tash, you should remember it. You're the oldest.
Right.
Yeah, but it's like, you know the guy who plays Mufasa in Lion King?
Yes.
It's his debut film.
Right. Go on, remind me.
Basically, it's about a black boxer. It's called The Great White Hope.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the film. Yeah.
It's just like, from that era to now, you could only be a successful black person if you do sports or some kind of dancing or entertainment.
There is that stereotype now, isn't it?
That narrative that's been pushed throughout the whole of Hollywood's success.
Ash, can I read you something?
No, boys.
I downloaded a quote earlier from someone that wrote this in 1912. Yeah, it said it's from someone, an Israeli guy called Israel Cohen. And this is what he said. He said, "We must realize that our party's most powerful weapon is racial tension by propounding into consciousness of the dark races that for centuries they have been oppressed by whites. We can mold them into the program of the Communist Party. In America, we will aim for subtle victory while inflaming the Negro minority against the whites. We will endeavor to instill in whites a guilt complex for their exploration of the Negroes. We will aid the Negroes in the rise of prominence in every walk of life, in the prominence of the world of sports and entertainment. With this prestige, the Negro will be able to intermarry with the whites and begin the process which will deliver America to our cause."
That's it.
And you saying about the sport and entertainment, that's why I read that.
Because it's the truth, though, that sports and that the most emulated and revered people in the world are black athletes, black actors, and black musicians.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
And it's going to turn into black entrepreneurs, like people like Oprah Winfrey and Jay-Z and Michael Jordan. They're entrepreneurs. They're more than just sports people and musicians now. They're entrepreneurs. Look at Kanye. Kanye's a billionaire now. Dr. Dre's a billionaire.
Hold on 1 minute. They're not top of the tree, though, are they? They're not on top.
They're not on
there's
top
a lot. There's a lot of billionaires in the world.
You have to have your fingers in a lot of pies, and you have to have a lot of power in order to be a billionaire.
What was
so
it?
don't think with being a billionaire there is no power. There is power.
I'm just saying,
part of that 1% of the world.
If you can get to a certain peak in your career where you can get credit from China to build your own city, yeah, like Akon has, then do more, innit?
Yeah, but Akon got that because China want to buy land in Africa. China wants to acquire a lot of land in Africa. So China have done that, so Akon does that, so and then whoop, they can swoop down and grab the land.
Obviously we know that, but I'm just saying is it only Akon that wants to do that, bro? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, what is that? What is their man's end game? Like, what is their actual?
I'm not saying it's only Akon. You brought up Akon.
No, I'm not. I know. But I'm saying, is it only Akon that wants to do that? I'm asking because it's like Jay-Z.
I don't know. I don't know too much about it. But I know that China has given Akon that credit line in order for him to build up Africa, so they can take. Because if you notice, China's trying to buy up a lot of land in Africa.
Trying to buy up loads.
Yeah. Well, hold up, Hus. Where do you think a lot of the roads on Cyprus come from?
What's that?
Where do you think a lot of the roads from Cyprus come from?
The roads?
Chinese firms. Roads, yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, no, I say it's the Arabs.
I don't really know about.
It's Chinese. Yeah. I'll tell you what. Do you know what the end game's going to be? We're all going to be a thing. Chinese nation. You know that, or an Asian nation.
America won't have it.
America will not have that.
Mate, they'll do it. They'll have no choice.
America won't have it, bro. America won't have it.
Trump.
Mate, once their
And
society
Corona
crumbles,
thing
they're
happening as
wrong,
well,
bro.
yeah. China's not in a very good light at the moment anyway. The whole world's kind of looking at China like,
China.
Yeah, they're still making money though. Oh wait, did you hear about the shit today at one of their fucking markets? Corona just fucking bursting out again.
Oh yeah.
yeah, someone's doing a salmon on a chopping board or some shit.
Some bullshit.
What's that?
Yo, fellas, my thing's freezing up bears, man. I can't hear shit anymore, man.
Yeah.
All right, I'm thinking, what should we call it, a wrap?
Hey, wait. Before you go, yeah, I got sent. Oh, wait. I got to double check this. Hey, no, bro, like, cause one second, I got sent this.
We have been advised on our track and trace system that you have been in contact with someone with the COVID-19 virus. It is essential that you now self-isolate for 14 days, perhaps even longer, due to your tiny penis. Data from the Office for National Statistics shows that people with tiny penises like yours are 10 times more likely to die from COVID-19.
So I just thought I'd share that with you, man. Still.
All I heard was the last bit.
I've got no chance of catching no COVID then.
COVID, something about penis. Yeah, I didn't get the full
I
thing,
just
man.
thought I'd shed some light on the situation.
I don't believe
Listen,
in that
lads,
thing anymore.
it was
man.
beautiful having this conversation.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this is a combo that we can have for hours on end. You know that?
Yeah.
No, it is, and let's see what happens with this following week and see what's happening, and let's
Just
recoup
for nobody else,
Sunday again.
I'm just
Let's
going to
do
put
it again.
I know it's been said a million times, but yeah, obviously, rest in peace, George Floyd and all of that. Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Listen, rest in peace to anybody who's lost their life unjustly in an inhumane way by the hands of the police.
EDO. No, I'm playing.
EDO, no.
Easy
Now
out.
you've done that, come on. You know what I mean? But now, for real, yeah, like, regardless, like, you Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, the whole lot, it's just, something's got to change, you know what I mean?
It's bullshit.
This is
Tom,
too long.
what does EDL stand for?
English defense.
English Defence League.
I thought it was
Yeah, but you know
English
who I
Dick
support?
Lickers.
The PDL, the base
I thought it was English Dick Lickers.
Maybe. They got stamped out anyway, but anyway.
More like English drunk lads. That's all that. I only give it when they
Really?
get drunk. But anyway.
Steelers.
Yeah.
You know, that was it.
Yeah.
It got dropped differently.
Dickheads.
On that note, I'm Ton.
Cons.
Gosh.
Wrong side of 30.
Yeah,
Take it easy. Be safe, everyone.